believe my strongest trait is creative collaboration. I thrive in environments which bring together groups of creative thinkers working toward a common goal. When we foster cultures and environments of trust and value, teams are more open to spontaneous and creative interactions, and those produce better ideas and better solutions.
My strongest trait as a leader would be my communication. Being able to communicate allows me to share my ideas and present them clearly while constantly being able to improve the way I work with my staff, team members, clients, and colleagues.
Being a lifetime learner, I'm always trying to push and grow and teach those around me, as well as just maintaining, a humble, hungry, and present mindset.
I think my strongest trait as a leader is my positive attitude. I try really hard to not let things outside of work affect that and just come in and try to motivate everyone and be a positive reinforcement for everyone. I'm not perfect at it and I have my bad days as well, but my boss constantly tells me that my positive attitude is his favorite thing about me. So I try to remember that on a daily basis and be the office cheerleader as much as possible.
I think to start, the skill set that's the most important is humility. Approaching things from a space of not knowing that if you know the best answer to the question that's being posed, and making sure that the team doesn't sense that as a false humility, but it's an authentic humility of utilizing their gifts and skill set. Second is empathy. I think a leader needs to be very empathetic and being able to see things from all sides of you, and understanding that there are more things going on than just what's happening in the workplace, and giving people the benefit of the doubt while also holding them accountable to what they need to do their job well. And with that, I think the third one would be discernment, being able to determine what's important, what's not important to each individual, as well as the projects that you're working on, and making sure that it's the right priority and the right thing to be working on, and when something is going wrong, how to get us back on course. But I think the most important thing, and the thing that people probably miss out on the most, is I definitely believe that a skill set is hard work, but I think it's paired with this spirit of play or fun. Having fun at work, I think, is extremely important to motivating and having fulfillment in what you do, and making sure that the team is feeling that fun as you guys are accomplishing goals.
I think the most critical one is communication, being able to communicate with employees, but also be able to listen to your employees.
I think the number one thing, and I don't necessarily know that this is a skill set, but I would say that a leader must have integrity. I think the things that I've seen both within the mobile medical industry and then also just every other industry, there's a lot of ethics concerns, a lot of integrity issues that you see out there in normal day-to-day life. And so I think as a good, solid leader, you have to lead with integrity. You've got to do the right thing even when no one else is looking, and you've got to continuously look to and seek better for not only yourself, but also for the organization that you serve.
I believe that I am a transformational leader, one who chooses to engage, one who chooses to inspire, and one who chooses to empower the students and the families that I come in contact with. It's all about this intellectual stimulation to help people be innovative and creative in the classroom and beyond. That's my greatest trait as a leader: empowerment and engagement.
When it comes to the type of leader I am, I take pride in leadership. I am the type of leader that is willing to get into the trenches with my team. If someone's feeling like they're falling behind, I like to motivate them and make sure that, they are right in line and feel like they can catch up. I like to make sure that my team and the people I'm working with are always feeling that their thoughts and ideas are being heard, that they are supported, and that they feel motivated day to day to work, whether it's individually or in a team.
I believe in leading by example and developing your team to its fullest potential, because you're really only as good as the team members that surround you.
I'm a leader that understands that there's value in differing viewpoints. I believe that giving all members of the team opportunities to weigh in on issues and speak their minds is really what makes a strong and successful team.
For those starting their career, my advice is this: go where the action is and get in the game. Regardless of age or experience, taking that first step puts you on the path to success, even if the definition of success is not fully formed in the mind's eye. By placing yourself in the environment where you want to be, even if the role isn't your ideal role, and an opportunity arises, you will be able to capitalize on it.
To someone starting their career, I would say, don't be afraid to ask for help. A lot of times we are in situations where we want to impress our peers, our leaders, and our managers, but everyone around you are here to make you succeed. I also want to let them know that don't be afraid to branch out within the company. I think a lot of people get tunnel vision trying to do the specific role, and I think volunteering, joining committees, being active within the company will help you meet more people and also network.
My advice to someone starting their legal career would be to always introduce yourself to everyone in the room. They're not going to remember you if they don't know your name.
For somebody just starting new in their career, my advice would be to surround yourself with people that are much better than you. That is critically important. Also to listen and to learn from everybody around you. Regardless of what position somebody's in, you can always learn a lot from what they have to say.
Some advice that I would give somebody just starting their career is to just go to everything that you possibly can early on. You have no idea who you're going to end up meeting later on in your career, and so that's what I would tell them.
Believe in yourself and don't be afraid to push the limits. The world really needs people who can drive necessary change even when it's difficult. Get involved in as many things as you can and try to build a network of relationships along the way. True connections with people will make your work life a lot more fun and will help you be significantly more successful in your career.
If I could give advice to someone new in their career, I would say to be an active listener and a sponge to those around you. As best as you can, approach your work and coworkers non-assumptively with a desire to know people's why. And the last thing I would say is be willing to take on challenges.
And my advice to someone that is just starting out is to always be willing to learn. You're going to learn something whether it is on day one or a decade later. So, always have an open heart, mind, and attitude to be a learner, a good listener, because it's not going to take you far just in your professional life, but also in your personal life, and it's going to impact you very positively.
What advice would I give to someone starting their career? Be nice to people and look at your mistakes as learning opportunities, because it's inevitable that you will make a mistake, and the question is, what do you do about it?
A great mentor for me would have to be my parents. Just being first-generation immigrants, first moving to Canada and then the United States, and really taking a chance, taking a risk of and starting over in their lives multiple times, and having the aspirations to do bigger and better things for their lives and provide for their family. Really taught me a lot growing up, and those are values that I still hold dearly today.
I'd say the greatest mentors in my life have been John Tripoli, who is our managing director, along with my dad, who's also in the industry. I would say about John, I admire him most with his leadership. He's really challenged me over the 12 years that I've been here to think big. And then I appreciate and admire my dad with just his work ethic and putting others first. I know he worked very hard to get to where he is, but I always appreciated the time he was able to spend coaching our teams and being there for all my big events.
My mom is my greatest mentor because she set the example for how to manage professional success and still be a rock star mom. She remains my greatest cheerleader to this day.